Business owners, what's going on? It's another day in paradise around here. Oh yeah. Have you guys been following this Andrew Tate, Logan Paul feud at all? There's some things that I want to say about it because it's pretty interesting. Basically, Andrew Tate is calling Logan Paul out for being a, And Logan Paul is coming back at Andrew Tate, but a lot of it just seems weird. It's just kind of confusing. You've got people who are saying things on Twitter. I gotta read some of these tweets. What did I just say? I gotta read some of these tweets to you guys. They're cracking me up. I mean, this is one of the funniest things. Like, anytime you get a feud going anywhere, you got people who weigh in all over the place. One of my favorite books of all times is called The Top 10 Distinctions Between Millionaires and the Middle Class. Keith Cameron Smith, the author, one of the things that he writes in this book is that lower class people, people who are struggling in life, they tend to talk about other people and things. And well, as like elite leaders, successful upper class people, they're talking about ideas and investments and plans and how they're going to change the world. Think to yourself right here, take a little bit of an introspective moment here and think to yourself, are you talking about other people, complaining about their lifestyle versus yours? Or are you talking about your big dreams and ideas? Think about that. The reason that I brought this book up in the first place was simply because when people are in a feud, everybody wants to weigh in and talk about other stuff because they're living vicariously through other people. So anyway, I want to read some of these tweets. This one says, Logan, you're such an L, bro. I used to FW heavy to buy bringing back Pokemon cards. What? No idea what that means. This other one, D-I-I-I-I gamer. You can't spell Andrew without the W, and you can't spell Logan without the L. Oh, I get it's a play on win and lose. Also, that first one makes a little more sense. Okay, how about this one? Top G, rent free. And then it's Andrew Tate on a Pokemon card. Oh man, people are funny, and they waste their time creating Pokemon cards of somebody else completely. That's hilarious. All right, first question. Who are you a fan of? Andrew Tate or Logan Paul? Leave it in the comments. What you got? Next question, or the thought that came up when I see this is, you guys, the Paul brothers are masters of media manipulation. They understand how the media works. They understand that a feud, creating a us versus them mentality in their audiences can create a whole lot of hype. And what's crazy about this is, like, if you get a whole bunch of people wound up tight in opposition to something else, guess what you can do? You can manipulate people. You can make more money. You can sell more tickets to potential fights. Think about all of the fights that Jake Paul has been in, where he and his opponents have created massive controversy. And then all of a sudden, you see them as friends. Logan Paul and KSI, the Paul brothers, and that other guy that Logan fought, what's his name? It's not coming to me. Hold on, let me look it up. Google by Floyd Mayweather Jr. Thank you. There was a huge controversy before that to sell tickets, and it sold a bunch of tickets. Okay, guys, so there's this thing in marketing, and a lot of people, a lot of companies will take advantage of it, creating an enemy. If you can get your followers, your email subscribers, your Instagram followers to join with you in a fight against a common foe, then those people will be much more likely to purchase from you, to support you, to follow you forever. It is a marketing tactic that has been around since the beginning of man. Yes, it's that old. I'm going to ask you some questions here. Thought exercise, okay? Here's what I want you to do. I'm going to say a couple words, and then I want you to just think about what emotion comes to your brain. Democrats versus Republicans. Sports rivalry. Religion. It's a big one. Star Wars versus Star Trek. All right, so when I said those words, I'm assuming for most of you, an emotion came into your brain when I said specific words. Probably Democrats or Republicans or religion. We all have these emotions that are associated with these different words, and it's because in each of these different categories, we have been conditioned and trained to have an enemy. That's a problem, because these are some of the biggest categories that are out there. But you think about how polarizing somebody like Donald Trump was, or somebody like Barack Obama, right? I can't say one without the other, you guys. You know this. So the dark truth about this tactic is that it not only diminishes your opponent, right? And people get wound up and excited about having somebody to fight against, but it also turns your fans into soldiers. If you turn fans into soldiers, what's a common aspect of a soldier? They're willing to die for the cause. That's how dark this tactic can get. But here's the thing, it can be used for good as well. If you're a business and you're trying to form an enemy, rather than making an enemy out of an individual person, make an enemy out of an entity or a thought process or an institution. So take, for example, a number of years ago, Dove, the white soap company, did a campaign that was against the thought process that beauty meant perfection. You know, everybody can basically rally against that. It's like beauty does not mean perfection. Right? That's like a really simple cause to get behind. We have some clients, the twins. They're constantly throwing stones at rodent control companies who aren't doing their job correctly. People can rally behind that. Bitcoin made an enemy of financial institutions. It didn't work so well for them. See where they're at now. I lost all my money. You got Wendy's. Wendy's is trolling everybody on Twitter. They're getting everybody to rally behind them because they're hilarious. And they've made an enemy of all other fast food companies. It's phenomenal. All right, so before you guys go out there and start creating enemies for your companies, keep a couple things in mind. Number one, you don't want to make enemies with people who are smaller than you. You don't want to pick on people who are smaller than you because you look like a bully. Number two, you want to make sure that as you are using these tactics to get a crowd of people to be against a common thought, an institution, that you do things that are legal. You don't want to get yourself into trouble. You can get in trouble very easily for libel and slander if you get a whole bunch of people to be anti-something. And then number three, make sure that you just don't pick a fight with a sociopath. Make sure you know who you're picking fights with, because that can come back to bite you. We focus on strategies like this all the time in our agency. I have an opportunity for you guys if you are willing to take it. We are looking for people, businesses who are doing over $1 million a year who are interested in using YouTube to grow their business. We'd like to talk to you. If you're interested in learning how to use YouTube to grow your bottom line, and we've got a number of clients that have done incredible things. Just in the last couple of weeks, we have had a client that's popped off and is now 30% higher revenue in just a matter of a couple weeks because he's using YouTube. If you're interested in using YouTube yourself, please click the link in the description below and schedule a call. We'd love to chat with you. And if you're not to that $1 million range yet, or you're just not interested, then click subscribe, watch this video. We got more great training coming up. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.